Frank, I was with another man for 2 years, and I loved him deeply as his wife.
That confession from Claire may be one of the most haunting lines in all of Outlander, and it's exactly the kind of emotional time-warping complexity that makes this universe unforgettable. And now, as fans look ahead to Outlander Season 8, one question keeps coming up. How will Outlander Blood of My Blood tie into the final season, now that the first season of the prequel has wrapped? The answer is becoming clearer. Because if there's one thing the Outlander universe does flawlessly, it's braiding together generations through heartbreak destiny and timelines that refuse to stay in their place. And Blood of My Blood didn't just introduce younger versions of beloved characters, it delivered twists that may unlock some of the franchise's deepest mysteries. But before we dive in, a quick heads up, spoilers ahead for Outlander Blood of My Blood. The return fans didn't know they needed. The prequel brought something no one realized: they were missing the return of Murda Fitzgibbons and Jocasta Mackenzie. Though Diana Gabaldon never paired them romantically in the books, the show created a storyline that fans adored. Blood of My Blood reintroduced their younger selves, played by Rory Alexander and Sadie Millen, and even with new actors, the chemistry is impossible to ignore. The spark is subtle but unmistakable, an early echo of the bond they'll eventually share. Of course, by the time Outlander Season 8 begins, Murtagh is long gone, killed in Season 5. But when has Outlander ever allowed death to get in the way? This is a world where time is fluid. Memories echo, and the past is never buried. Flashbacks echoes through time, even narrative overlap. There are many ways the show could bring Murda and Jocasta back into the final season. Remember, Murtagh wasn't even supposed to survive the Battle of Culloden in the books. But Duncan Lacroix made the character too beloved to kill off early, and that change allowed the entire Jocasta romance to exist at all. So if the writers bent history once, who's to say they won't bend it again? Two love stories that shape the future. Blood of My Blood ended with enormous implications for Outlander's future. The prequel focused on two intertwined romances, Brian Fraser and Ellen Mackenzie, Jamie's parents, Henry and Julia, Beauchamp Claire's parents. In a surprising twist, the prequel established that these couples actually knew each other, something never before mentioned in Outlander lore. Across the 10-episode season, both couples fought their families, their circumstances, and the unforgiving forces around them just to be together. And though the finale gave them moments of triumph, the hints of tragedy were impossible to miss. Brian and Ellen Love in the shadow of war. Their story ended with a powerful visual flaming crosses across the Scottish hills, signaling the rising Jacobite rebellion. They'd just broken free of family drama and were ready to begin a peaceful life. But anyone who knows Outlander knows peace never lasts long. History tells us that their love survives long enough to build Lallybroch. But Blood of My Blood makes it clear that war, separation, and loss will scar their journey. Bittersweet love under the pressure of time, that's Outlander to its core. Henry and Julia Beauchamp. A cliffhanger that echoes across time. The finale for Claire's parents may be the storyline most likely to tie directly into Season 8. Henry and Julia desperately tried to go through the Craig na Dunstones with their infant son William, believing time travel ability might be genetic. Since Julia had already traveled while pregnant, it seemed possible, but as every fan knows, time travel in Outlander is never guaranteed. Their plan was heartbreaking. One parent would try the stones with William, while the other stayed behind. But when danger closed in, Henry acted on instinct, grabbing Julia and pressing all three of them against the stone. And that's where the prequel ends. Where did they land? When did they land? And what happened to baby William? We already know they'll never reunite with young Claire, because she grows up orphaned. That means something tragic or complicated must happen. Either the family is separated, or they arrive in a completely different era. The song that changes everything. The Faith Fraser connection. Here's where things turn from interesting to explosive. In Blood of My Blood. Julia sings "I Do Like to Be Beside the Seaside" To Baby William, the exact same song Fanny Picot sings in Outlander Season 7, triggering Claire's suspicion that Faith Fraser might still be alive. This is too specific to be a coincidence. It strongly suggests the writers are planting seeds that connect Henry and Julia's time travel journey to the mystery of Faith Fraser's possible survival. Is Faith somehow entwined with the Beauchamp time jump? Is the Baby Williams timeline involved? Is there another child taken through time without anyone realizing? We don't know yet, but the musical connection is deliberate and undeniable. Season 8, trailer Jamie's recorded death and a final goodbye. Starz dropped the final season teaser at San Diego Comic-Con, confirming a 2026 release. The trailer begins like a love letter flashes of Jamie and Claire's entire journey, their meeting, the voyages, the heartbreak, the miracles. Then we see them older, silver-haired, weathered, but still unbreakably bound, back at Fraser's Ridge, joined by Brianna Roger and their children. The show reveals its biggest twist. Jamie reading a book written by Frank Randall. Frank writes that the Revolutionary War devastated the backcountry, and that James Fraser, the Ridge's namesake, died during the war. Fans of the novels will instantly recognize this from Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone. Strangely, Season 7 skipped this plot entirely, making fans worry it would be abandoned. But the trailer proves otherwise. What it didn't include was even more surprising. No mention of Faith, not a single tease, which means one of two things. The Faith storyline is being protected as a huge twist. It's tied directly into the biggest reveal of all Jamie's recorded death, Season 8's massive challenge. With only 10 episodes left, Outlander must resolve Jamie's recorded death, resolve Faith Fraser's fate, explain Henry and Julia's disappearance, weave Blood of My Blood into the main timeline, close arcs for Jamie, Claire, Brianna, Roger, Ian, Rachel, Lord John, and William. If done right, Season 8 could deliver a full-circle ending that ties generations together, past, present, and everything in between. But it will require pacing, emotion, and bold storytelling choices.